Trojan Philly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we got to talk about where will Lincoln Riley go in the transfer portal. And listen, let me just cut this out right off of the top. First and foremost, I'm going to live in reality. I can't live in a false narrative. I can't live in a false hope. And I got to go by an individual's track record. You know what I mean? If somebody um, has a track record of doing something on a regular basis, I got to go with that. And what I mean by that is, we know that Coach Lincoln Riley, pretty much ever since he's been a coach, for the most part, has had a transfer portal quarterback. That's just the reality of it. That's the facts. When you look at Jalen Hurts, that's what happened. Came from Alabama. When you look at Baker Mayfield, that's what happened. He came from Texas Tech. When you look at Kyler Murray, he came from Texas A&M. Those are the quarterbacks that he's had a lot of success with, transfer portal quarterbacks. For whatever reason, he's had that. Now, he did develop somewhat, I guess, partially develop a guy like Spencer Rattler and, of course, Caleb Williams. Spencer Rattler coming from the state of Arizona. He developed him. And he also developed, of course, Caleb Williams. So, but with that being said, I'm not going to put anything past Lincoln Riley as far as just not going to the transfer portal, because just the fact that he came out just a couple of weeks ago and he went to Kansas State, flew to Manhattan, Kansas, and went and met with Will Howard. I think that alone just speaks to what we're dealing with at this point in time. So I got to look at it from a reality standpoint. Now, with that being said, also, I'm going to say this. Lincoln Riley, we might have considered, I guess, a lot of people say fumbled the bag this year with a lot of stuff. I mean, the running backs, it could have been dealt differently. Just the team overall, of course, we know the Alex Grinch thing. But one thing I'll say about Coach Lincoln Riley, and one thing he's always been guilty of, is being able to develop quarterbacks. He's always had a winning quarterback. He's always had a quarterback who could move and groove, a quarterback who could absolutely play within his offense, and a quarterback that he schemes around. So with that being said, we're going to take a look at a couple of guys, and I want to know what you guys think, man. Because yesterday evening, it broke out that Texas quarterback, and you see him here, Maalik, he's out of Los Angeles, California. You guys already know. He entered the portal, man. And I think that, it's something to be considered. I was very high on him last year, I guess, earlier this year, rather, when I seen him in the spring game. He absolutely balled out. Now, some may say, Jay, he doesn't have that much experience. But when you look at it, he has about almost 500 yards on the season, but he hadn't got in a whole lot. Now, does he have more experience than a couple of other guys in the transfer portal? Absolutely not. When you look at Grayson McCall, he's just committed. School dropped my mind, but he was the Coastal Carolina quarterback. He just committed somewhere. He was a guy that I was high on, but he wasn't in my top three. My top three, as I stated before, was Dylan Gabriel, was Cam Ward, and then Will Howard. I like those three guys. But when you look at the quarterbacks that's on the table now, whether it's Maalik, whether it's Will Howard, or whether it's Cam Ward, we have to ask ourselves some serious questions as we go into this season. And Lincoln Riley is probably thinking about the same thing. The schedule next year lines up is absolutely insane. But here's the question: when you look at the schedule, when you look at these players, Maalik, he was highly recruited coming out of high school. And one fan hit me and said, Jay, well, he wasn't recruited by Oklahoma. Lincoln Riley didn't recruit him. Well, Alabama recruited him. Georgia recruited him. He was a four-star prospect coming out of Sarah High School. All the big boys recruited him. LSU recruited him. Major schools recruited him in the 2022 class. So with that being said, you got to know that he has the talent. Will Allen wasn't recruited. Excuse me, I keep saying Will Allen. I have a friend that Will Howard wasn't recruited by Lincoln Riley either. But Lincoln Riley's going out there to Manhattan, Kansas to go see him right now. So we can't talk about what the past. We got to talk about the now. And I can guarantee you, along with Will Allen, Cam Ward, all these quarterbacks, I can guarantee you that he's absolutely on Lincoln Riley's radar, along with Cam Ward and along with Will Howard. Now, the interesting thing is this. we really need to lock in and really focus on what we're getting into next year when we look at this football schedule, because it's nothing to play with. It's not you. We can't go in there and just play patty cake, Baker's man, and think that USC is going to be successful. USC has to. Coach Lincoln Riley has to get this right, and as I stated, I trust him to get this right. At least the quarterback situation. One thing Lincoln Riley doesn't play with. He doesn't play with having a quarterback that's just going to be lost in the sauce. And I can totally get that part. So when we look at it next year, I want you guys to really focus on this schedule. Look at the schedule. Open up with LSU. And you see it here. Then we got Utah State. Then we got Michigan. Then Wisconsin. I mean, this, and then you got Minnesota. I mean, the schedule is absolutely, it's absurd. And so we cannot by any means get lost in our feelings with this. We can't get lost in just really putting who our preference is, because at this point, it doesn't need to be about USCJ's preference. I'm just giving you opinion. It doesn't need to be about your preference, but it's about what the coach that has developed these quarterbacks and has a history and a track record that developed these quarterbacks. It's about what he thinks about it. It's about how he sees us opening day against a team like LSU, and then going against a team like Michigan, and playing against a team like Penn State. And of course, you see it on there, Washington and Notre Dame. It is no joke, the schedule that's lining up next year, and USC can absolutely, positively not be lost in the sweet and sour sauce next year, in the barbecue sauce, because we don't have time to be trying to figure it out. Is he going to be able to be successful at the University of Michigan? Or is he going to be able to be successful in a hostile environment in Las Vegas playing LSU when you got those big time defensive linemen that are coming through? Is he going to be, is Maalik going to be able to do it? Is Cam Ward going to be able to do it? Or is Will Howard going to be able to do it? Or is Miller Moss or Malachi Nelson going to be able to do it? These are the serious questions that we have to ask. And I know, listen, I agree with a lot of those who say that, Jay, we need to go get some linemen. Absolutely. We need to go get linemen. We need the D linemen. But I think things will be trending for us. I've seen a couple predictions out there, crystal ball out there, that USC should be securing some of these guys. But listen, you guys drop those comments. You guys tell me what you think. Which way will Lincoln Riley go with these three quarterbacks? And coincidentally, I did read an article on Will Allen. You guys know, Will Howard. Will Howard did go to Miami, and I did read an article where Will Howard said that he sees himself fitting well in the Miami offense. Now, I do kind of understand that, because that's the former Houston offensive coordinator. He's a great coordinator. But Tyler Van Dyke, he was lost in the sauce. I don't know what happened with him, but he was supposed to be a good quarterback as well. However, Will Howard did say that he sees himself fitting very well in this system at Miami. So will Lincoln Riley? And the question is this: the other question, we haven't seen Will Howard, or we haven't seen Cam Ward even make it to USC, make it to Los Angeles. So I don't understand. We got to really weigh this thing out, because these guys are flying all over the place, and it's unbelievable, because now Cam Ward, not only did he go to Miami, but then he's at Florida State now, apparently visiting. So at what point is USC going to get some of these guys in? Are we going to want one of them? And so I know Lincoln Riley went to go see him, but then, at some point, we got to get these guys to where we see him as well in Los Angeles. And it'll make us all feel a little bit more comfortable as it relates to this, man. So look, you guys hit me in the comments. You guys tell me what you think. You guys see the schedule out there. It's a big boy schedule. So look, I'm out of here, man. Don't forget, listen, you guys drop those comments down. Listen, everybody that comes on, my YouTube analytics tells me this. It tells me that a lot of people, over 150-some thousand people, every 28 days are looking at this channel. My analytics tell me that, but you guys got to like it. You guys got to subscribe it. Subscribe to this channel, man. We're trying to get over 5,000. We're trying to move to 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, man. You guys like and subscribe and share this video, man. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Listen, I'm out of here. Until later on, everybody stay blessed. Don't forget, make sure you get up, get out, and make some things happen. Until later on, fight on, fight on, fight on.